You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports 2. Well, just like I said, when the Panthers traded up to number 1, I made a video. I put Bryce Young on the thumbnail, and now it has been revealed by Chris Mortensen, one of the best longtime insiders in the business. By the way, Adam Schefter has come along behind him, also in agreement. The Carolina Panthers have made their decision at the number 1 overall pick, kind of taking the drama out of it. 21 days ahead of the 2023 NFL draft. But it's clear they think Bryce Young can play quarterback in the NFL. So that is going to be the first pick in the NFL draft. It at least looks like as of right now. By the way, they traded up, and there's some note in here because they actually talk about the 49ers in this report, and it's pretty clear. They think the Niners should have taken Mac Jones instead of Trey Lance. They talk about a trade up. Now, I don't know who brought that up necessarily, if it's ESPN or if it's Carolina behind the scenes, which tells you they probably thought Mac Jones was a better quarterback than Trey Lance. I absolutely agree. I think last year's going to prove to be a total anomaly for Mac Jones because of his offensive coaching situation, which was a dumpster fire. So let's get to this, and then I'll talk a little bit about Bryce. This is Larry Brown Sports by way of ESPN. Chris Mortensen reveals who the Panthers will take at the number 1 pick. Carolina Panthers have given no indication that they know which quarterback they will take first overall in the NFL upcoming draft, but one long-time NFL insider is confident the pick is in. ESPN's Chris Mortensen said on SportsCenter Wednesday that he expects the Panthers to select former Alabama star Bryce Young at number 1. Mortensen agreed with colleague Adam Schefter, who recently compared Carolina's situation to the 49ers when they traded up to number 3 in the draft 2 years ago. According to Mort, the Niners traded up because they wanted Mac Jones. They then changed their mind and took Trey Lance, which has not worked out for them thus far. The Panthers, who love Young, quote, love Young, do not want to make the same mistake. Wow.
Phil, what I'm hearing is that both Mel and Todd are going to have to change their mock drafts. Ooh. And that Bryce Young is the pick. And yes, connecting Frank Reich to C.J. Stroud in terms of the prototype of guy that he's worked with in the past. But they all love Bryce Young. I think I'll quote Adam Schefter, who said this reminds him of when the 49ers moved up all the way to 3, and it was intentional to draft Mac Jones, and then changed their mind at the last minute and drafted Trey Lance. And that has not worked out for the 49ers, and I think the Panthers are on Bryce Young at the start and will stick with him when it's time to turn in that card.
Okay, so they're saying that they traded up with the intent of taking Bryce Young. Obviously, they have talked about C.J. Stroud, and he's been a topic of conversation, but they think that the Niners influenced the situation in the fact that the Niners traded up knowing they wanted Mac and then changed their mind at the last minute. Boy, that's, as a Niners fan, that makes me sort of sick to my stomach, but okay. Look, all that drama going on in Patriots land and Mac Jones, I think it's utterly ridiculous because, I mean, the hand that Mac was dealt last year, coming off one of the better rookie seasons we had ever seen, I think is a dumpster fire. I think Mac Jones bounces back and bounces back big this year. Both Todd McShay and Mel Kiper, ESPN's top draft analyst, have predicted that the Panthers will take C.J. Stroud. So did Chris Sims, by the way. Kiper said he watched Stroud's pro day, and it looked like there was, quote, a family atmosphere between the Panthers and former Ohio State star, which is one of the reasons he has Stroud going number 1 in his mock draft. Panthers head coach Frank Reich has a history of working with big quarterbacks, which is one reason many people think Panthers will pass on the undersized young. Their general manager also created some buzz with what he said about another top QB prospect. I'm not even clicking on that. But that is very interesting indeed. We know the thing with Bryce Young, right? Guys, it's not an issue of quarterback skills. Very good with pocket awareness. Very good with quarterback mobility in the pocket. Okay, I'm not saying he's a scrambler. Is he mobile? Sure. But he's not a running quarterback. This is not Lamar Jackson. All right, this is not Cam Newton. He's mobile in the same way that Patrick Mahomes is mobile, and mobile in the same way that Aaron Rodgers was mobile. We're talking bootlegs, rollouts. Can he pull the ball down and run and get you 7 yards on a 3rd and 7? Yeah, and pick up a first down. Sure he can. The issue here is simply put, it's size. All right? Because, from a pro quarterback standpoint, Bryce Young got a better than average arm, can make all the NFL throws, got a great head on his shoulders. If he was 6'2", 220, forget about it. He would be talked about in the same way that Andrew Luck and Peyton Manning was talked about. Trevor Lawrence, he would be talked about in that kind of generational quarterback group if he had the size. Because as the quarterback skill set goes, it is elite. It is. Absolutely. All right? And with Frank Reich, man, that could end up proving to be a very, very good pick. I'd feel better about it if Carolina still had DJ Moore on the team, right? But Hayden Hurst is there now. Adam Thielen is there now. So he will have some weaponry. But again, DJ Moore would have been a great look for a incoming rookie quarterback. But I have no doubt Frank Reich will figure this out. It makes some sense. I can kind of see David Tepper being like, oh man, Alabama, blah, blah, blah. Big time, Nick Saban, all of this. And how does he compare? Because some people have compared him to Tua Tagovailoa, who is also small, and we've seen him get banged up. But the quarterback skill set is considerably better than Tua Tagovailoa, okay? Make no mistake. This kid has got a great skill set at quarterback, and this might be reminiscent. I wonder, now we thought this in the Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Justin Fields, Trey Lance draft. Was it the second coming of the Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger draft where you got 3 and 2 of them are borderline Hall of Fame and Ben is a walk-in Hall of Famer, where you're going to have 3 franchise quarterbacks? There's a thought process that this might be one of those drafts, okay? Because we may end up having the first 2 guys being good and working out, all right? Stroud and Bryce Young. And then one of the other guys hitting, whether it's Hendon Hooker, Will Levis, Anthony Richardson, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. One of those other guys could hit as well in this draft. All right. Year before last tape on Will Levis is really good. It is. Got size, got the look, good arm, man. And he's more mobile than you think he is. But this last season was a struggle in Kentucky, and a lot of people from Kentucky are like, really, this guy's a first-round pick? Question mark. That's not a good sign. That's not. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.